Welcome to Attaching the Sample Database Part 2. In this video we're going to actually attach the sample database, actually there's two of them, to our installation of SQL Server. Now the first thing we're going to do is look in the Work Files folder. If you remember, there is a zip file out there called, let me make this full screen so that we can get in there and see it. There is a zip file out there, notice, called AdventureWorks Data Files. And if you just right click on this and choose Extract All and extract it right here, you're going to end up with two files. I put them in this folder. One is the AdventureWorks 2012 database. This is an MDF file. And then this one is the AdventureWorks DW 2012 data file. And so what we want to do is actually move these or copy these into that default SQL Server folder. So you notice I dragged this over to the right, kind of pinned it halfway. Then I'll click on Start. I will open Computer, and I'll drag this one to the left and pin it up to the halfway point. And then I'll just double click on C, go to Program Files, Microsoft SQL Server, MS SQL. Now keep in mind, if you install the 32-bit version of SQL Server, you'll be in here in the 32-bit, okay? But since I'm running the 64-bit, I'll go into Program Files, SQL Server, MS SQL 11, SQL Server, then into this one, and there is Data. This is where I want to put my MDF files. So I'll simply click and drag. Now drop that first one in there. There it is. And then I will click and drag the DW in there. And so now both of these are there in that default data file or data folder, and I'm ready to attach. So what we'll do, we'll close both of these, and now we'll open our SQL Server Management Studio. Go to All Programs, SQL Server 2012, SQL Server Management Studio. Give this just a couple of seconds to wake up, and then it'll ask us to log in. Every time we open the Management Studio, we're going to have to connect the SQL Server, and it'll use Windows authentication to check us out, make sure we're okay. Now I'll just expand databases, and then I will right click on databases and choose Attach. Then notice our MDF files. I'll click Add here, and it automatically connects to that data folder, and here is my AdventureWorks 2012 data MDF. I'll highlight that, click OK, and here's a little gotcha. Notice it's looking for a log file to go with that MDF file, but there's not one. And if we try to attach now, it'll throw an error because of this. So highlight that log file, make it that bluish gray color in the background, just click on it, and then click Remove, then click OK. If everything goes OK, just like that, notice we attached our AdventureWorks 2012. Now let's go back and do the same thing, and we'll attach again. This time we will grab the DW file, that one right there, click OK, tell it to leave that log file off. We know we don't have one, click OK, and that should attach, and now we have both our databases, and now we can dig into these databases and begin to work. Okay, so in a separate video we'll actually explore these sample databases just a little bit, take a look at some diagrams, and help you get comfortable with that. But for now, we've attached our sample databases and we're ready to get busy.